Hi everyone, this is Austin behind Origami Guy 04, and Halloween is just right around the corner. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cool model I just designed today. Check it out. It is a creepy looking spider, and it's really creepy because it only has 4 legs. And what's really creepy about it is that it's got 2 fangs here. So it's a vampire spider. And yeah, and it's got a 3-dimensional body here. And I'm going to show you all how to fold it right now. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so to fold this model, I'm going to be using a sheet of ordinary kami. That's black on one side and white on the other. And this is a 6 by 6 inch square. But you can really fold this model out of any type of paper. And since this model does require shaping, especially on the legs here, to fold this model, I recommend using like a foil origami paper. If you don't know what that looks like, I'll show you right now. So in case you're wondering what foil paper looks like, this is what it looks like right here. So it's got a foil side on it and just a white side. I recommend using this kind of paper to fold this model with, because it'll make the shaping a lot easier. But this model is possible from any type of paper. This one is just folded from ordinary printer paper cut square. But I'm going to teach you how to fold it from a sheet of kami. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to make a black spider, so let's begin with the white side facing up. And we're going to fold in half. We're going to make a square base. Okay, unfold, rotate like this, and repeat. Okay, and now take this corner and fold it to here. Okay, turn over right to left, and repeat. So, now open the pocket, and bring these 2 sides together, and then flatten it. And there you go. That is the square base. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in. And let's, so you want to orient it so this open side is on top. And what you want to do is you want to take this edge and fold it to the middle. Make sure it comes to a nice point here too. And crease sharply. Okay, and now unfold. And now we're going to do, we're just going to rotate it like this. And open. And squash. Just like that. Okay, and now you want to repeat this 3 more times. So I'm going to turn over on the back side. And remember, have the open side be on top. And here we go. So take the edge and fold it to the crease. You actually could just make the squash fold without using the crease, but it's harder that way. So I like to just make the crease. Alright, now open and squash. There you go. And now to access the other 2 flaps, you want to kind of fold one of these flaps over like this. See? Now you have access to here. And let's turn over right to left. You want to do the same thing on this side too. So fold this over so you have access to here. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward these other 2. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Okay, now you want to make sure that you have it balanced out. So there's 4 flaps on this side and 4 flaps on this side. Okay, so what you want to do is we're going to take these 2 raw edges and we're going to fold them to the center. It's easiest to do one at a time. And unfold that, and same here. And really make sure it comes to a nice point right here too. Okay, unfold. And now we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge up right in between these 2 points where these 2 creases hit the edge. So these 2 points here. Well, we're not really going to make a fold. We're just kind of lifting it up that much. And we're going to make a petal fold. So bring these 2 sides in like this. And then now, notice we're actually going to make a couple new diagonal folds here as we're doing this. So this is what it looks like. So we make a point here, and then flatten it up. And let's flatten it down too. And do that a couple times. Makes it easier to do a step after that. Okay, now you want to repeat that process 3 more times. So I'll show you again on the back side. So I'm going to go a little bit faster this time. So fold the 2 raw edges to the center, just on the top layer. And make sure it comes to a nice point on the bottom. Okay, now make the petal fold. So lift this raw edge up in between the 2 points. Bring the sides in. And then you want to make sure that the folds we're making here hit the top. And then flatten this up. Flatten it up and down. And do it a couple times. Okay, and now like I showed earlier, to get access to the other 2 flaps, you want to fold one side over and another layer over like that. So you have access to here, and repeat on the back side. Fold one flap over and one flap over like this. Yep, hopefully got all balanced out. Alright, and now repeat that process on this side and this side. And here we go. I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, so this is what you should get here. Alright, now we're going to do a kind of tricky step. So I'm going to do my best to show you here. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of eliminate this corner here and the other 3 too. So this is how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of just grab one side here like this. And just grab it onto these 2 parts here. And you want to just open it up. So it kind of looks like a jellyfish or something. And now see this crease here? You want to just have that come out. So it becomes a mountain fold. Pinch it. And then try and reclose the model again. So we kind of inverted that point inside there. And then flatten it like this. There you go, that's how you do it. And I'll show you again on this side. You want to repeat that three more times. So on this side and then the other 2 sides. And remember, to get access to the other 2 sides, you gotta turn some pages. Like turn the page of a book. Okay. So grab onto 2 flaps. Have that crease come out like that. Invert the corner. And flatten. Alright, now repeat that 2 more times. Okay, and now still make sure you got it balanced out, so there's 4 flaps on each side. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and this corner just on the top layer and fold them to the center. Just like this. And unfold. And repeat. Okay, and now comes another tricky step. We're going to sink those corners in. And this is how we're going to do it. So, what you want to do is you want to unfold the model enough. Just like this. You want to unfold it like this. So that way you can expose all these creases. And now see this triangle of creases here? This inner triangle of creases. You want to pinch those mountain folds. So, just here. Here. And here. Like this. And then now these 3 creases inside, those are valleys. So you want to just pinch it. Like this. And then pinch here too. So this is what it should look like. And then flatten it. Okay. And now to flatten it all the way, we have to actually do this side too. So, see this little inner triangle of creases? You want to pinch those mountain folds. Oh, and also this, that little diagonal crease right there, that has to be a mountain too. Okay, just like that. And then crease sharply. There. That was probably the... Well, actually, that wasn't really the hardest. That was a tricky step, but I think the hardest step of the whole model is making this abdomen. So that's a tricky step, so continue at your own risk. Okay. Alright, now let's turn over, and we're going to do that sinking process on this side. So we're going to sink these two corners inside. So to make it a lot easier, you got to make the two creases, so fold to the center. Alright, and now we're going to sink them. So you want to unfold it enough so you got access to all those creases. And there's the triangle. Pinch them out and folds. And also that little diagonal that hits the center. Alright, and then make those creases inside of it. Flatten it. And same on this side. Alright, and now you want to do it with these two sides. And remember, like I said before, to get access, you gotta turn some pages. Okay, I'll see you guys when I'm done with these points. Alright, so once you got this, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna form the legs. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to just grab onto this flap here, and then now we're gonna look inside here and find the middlemost pocket, find the center. And I don't have a reference for this fold, but what you want to do, you want to pivot the leg. See, these are the legs, by the way. You want to pivot it to an angle. So I say probably about that much. So just pivot it to an angle just like this. This one about like this is good, and then flatten it. And repeat on this side. So grab the top leg and then find the middlemost pocket and just pivot it off to an angle and try and make it the same as this side. There we go. About like this. And now we're going to do the same thing with these two legs, but we're not going to pivot them as much. But same thing. Let's turn over on this side and do it. So find the middlemost pocket, and you want to just pivot it, slant it, and make it about like this, and then flatten. And same here too. There we go. And just adjust them to taste. And there's the legs of the spider. And we'll narrow them out later. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the tricky step of three-dimensionalizing the abdomen. So this is tricky, so good luck with this. So remember, do it at your own risk. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner, and we're going to fold it in between these two corners. Or in other words, we're folding this corner to that intersection right there. And then let's kind of make the crease genderless. So that means it's not a mountain or a valley, it's just a crease. So just erase it like this, and just reverse it a couple times. There we go, about like this. And I don't think it matters what side you have up. I'm going to have this side be up, so these two legs are on top of these two legs. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and there's no reference for this, this is also to taste, but you want to grab not the first layer, but I guess like the second layer. There you go, grab onto it, and same on this side. And then you just want to kind of puff this out. So this does kind of require a bit of crumbling. And try and keep the legs together as much as possible. Anyways, here we go. So you want to kind of just open it up, and this is what's going on this side. Okay. And then make sure it's you want to open this up too. There we go. And it's not going to be too clean in there, but oh well. Alright, make sure the legs stay in place. If they get kind of out of place, just reform them. There we go. Alright. There we go. That's good. So that was the most challenging step of the whole model. And the rest of the steps are easier. Alright. And now let's just kind of round this off so it doesn't look like an ant. So, just kind of fold. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm just shaping the abdomen to my satisfaction. There you go. That's good. And then now we want to make a valley fold somewhere right here. It just makes the abdomen more stand out better. There you go. See? Now it's starting to look like a spider. And we're almost done. But we still need to do the shaping, so. And also we need to make the fangs. But we could just work on the fangs now. So what we're gonna do is let's get rid of this corner here. So let's sink it. So let's make a crease first. I'm folding it in between these two corners. You can get rid of that corner however you like, actually. We're just getting it out of the way. Eliminating it so we have room for the fangs. So I'm going to open sink it, so I'm going to open like this. And I'm just going to just sink it. There we go. Okay. And if it gets kind of messed up right there, just fix it. There we go. Alright. And let's just kind of fold it further inside too. There we go. I'm just folding it more further down. There we go. Okay, now for the fangs, you want to fold these down. Like this. I hope you guys can see my paper, even if I'm using black. Yeah, black isn't the most visible paper to see on camera, but it is a really good color for a spider, isn't it? Okay, but I can see it just fine on my camera. Okay. And now, these are the two fangs, and you can make them more scarier by making a mountain fold in the middle. So you just want to pinch them to taste. I don't have any references, but just pinch them just like that. And same here. There we go. There's the fangs. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a vampire. Okay. And now for the legs. This is what you need to do. So, we need to narrow out the legs first. I mean, you could just keep them like this, but I think it'll look better if we narrow them out. So let's turn over on this side. And you want to make a fold that connects this point and just somewhere right there. Maybe just in between these 2 points. So, just shape the legs to taste. There we go. Be careful so you don't see any white. There's raw edges right there. Crease that nice and sharp. There we go. And same on this leg too, and the other legs. So in between this point and somewhere back here, the valley fold. There we go. And I guess it's easiest to use the desk and crease it sharply rather than in the air. And these two. I'm using the desk to do it because it's easier. And then this one. Alright, and now we need to make some joints. You can just make one joint. So just somewhere in the middle. I don't have a reference for this, but about like that. And then maybe to make the little feet, you can just fold it back up. Just something like that. And then same with the other legs. Okay, and now the final shaping of it, we're gonna pinch the legs in half. So just mountain fold them like this to taste. And at the joint here, you can just give it a good pinch like that. And it makes it look more skeleton-like. Yeah, that's perfect for Halloween. Make it have skeleton legs. Yeah. There we go. It's looking pretty spooky. There we go, that's probably good enough. And once you did that, believe it or not, your origami spider is all done. So yeah, I think it's a really cool model. And it looks really spooky looking actually, because it only has 4 legs, and it's missing 4 legs, so I guess something ate it or something, which is kind of spooky. And of course, it's got the fangs here, so it's a vampire spider. So it doesn't look like a regular spider, because it's a vampire spider. And yeah, and I love how it's 3D. Maybe I'll kind of shape this a little bit, just make a little mountain fold. I'm just doing this just for the heck of it. I'm seeing what it'll look like. Oh yeah, looks better that way. So there it is. And maybe we can give it a try out of printer paper cut square. You know, get something like this. But it is a little more challenging that way, because the paper is thicker. But really, I think the best paper to fold this model with is foil paper. I didn't fold this model out of foil yet, but I know based on the paper type, I think it would be best to fold this model with, especially when shaping the legs like this. So if you do use foil, let me know how it goes. Alright, well, hope you guys were able to follow this video, and were able to make this origami spider. It was a little challenge, but I think it's a pretty cool model. And make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, happy Halloween.